Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing my out-of-box review for the HGUC Gundam TR-1 Advanced Hazel. So here we have the very first high-grade Hazel kit that I've built, actually. I love Advanced Zeta and love the look of these kits, but I've just never actually built one of the high grades. They have 3 different versions, the Hazel 2, and the Advanced Hazel. And this is the only one I think that I actually have at the moment, too. I'll have to pick up the other 2 eventually at some point. As you can see, I also stuck some of the stickers on here. There's still a few more stickers that I didn't use, but I used kind of most of them. Most of them are just kind of like these really large marking stickers. There aren't really too many of like the little like generic caution markings and things like that like we usually get. It's mostly just these kind of really large Titans test team and Titans logos there. And the stickers don't really look good. That was kind of the point of me putting them on here. The couple of them that go on the white parts, like the front one on the subarm unit and the one on the, what is it, enhanced shield booster there on the back, the white shield booster. Those ones look okay, passable, because the outline of the sticker is hidden on the white plastic, but all of those stickers on the dark plastic don't look good, and a lot of them are fitting like over edges where they don't really sort of stay down very well. So yeah, I just would not use the stickers if I was you. I know you can get water slides for these. I think like official water slides are probably like really hard to come by. I'd imagine at this point you'd have to print them yourself, or you can get them from Samuel Decal. I know Samuel has a lot of them. You can order from him. I recently did a video on how to order from him, so if you're not sure how, you can check out that video. He has a bunch of them, so yeah. Anyway, really cool kit though. I mean, for the most part, it's pretty standard high grade. There was nothing really too special or too exciting about the whole building process. It feels like a high grade from 2005 when this came out. So I mean, it's not like up to the same standard of like the high grades that we have coming out these days, but it doesn't really feel that dated or that bad. I mean, it's got a good amount of seam lines on it. That's going to be fun, but otherwise nothing really too bad, nothing really too crazy in terms of the construction of the kit. Let me give you a look at some of the articulation here. This kit does also have some extra parts included with the kit, so you have like a handful of leftover parts, and among those, let me see, is the original V-fin. So if you don't like this like camera head part here, I don't know why you wouldn't, because it's a super cool feature. You can take that off and you can see it does have just the regular Gundam face there, and you have the parts just to make the regular Hazel 1 V-fin here. You can just pop that in something like this. There we go. So you can just make just the regular head if you want. I haven't cleaned up the nubs or anything on that because I'm going to be using this camera head. And then, so this is a sticker there for the eyes, but again, those are going to be covered up, so you really don't have to do anything with the eyes, I think. And then a sticker that kind of fits over this kind of long camera unit all across the top of the head. That's just all one sticker that you put over that. Just slide this over this. And now here on the front, this sticker here, there is actually no sticker there. This doesn't come with a sticker for that little green part there on the front. But what I did was just on the foil sticker, there's just like some extra on the side, like next to, you know, where you peel up this part. So I just cut off a little square. So if you do use foil stickers for your kits, that's something you can do. Like when there's a place where you should have a camera, you could do that like for this front little camera there on the top of the chest as well. Just from your leftover foil sticker that is like from the area that you're not using, you can just cut off a little square and pop it in there, and it works pretty well. So that's that for the articulation of the head. This moves up to there, so quite good actually, really nice articulation upward and downward. The head articulation there is nice. Other option part is this part here on the side. You have these little bits here which can be like moved up like that. And those can be replaced with these little parts here. And we have one for the left and right side. You can pop those in instead if you want. But this is, I think, what are standard for this particular design, so I kept it with these. In the stomach, we do have a little bit of articulation here with this moving forward and back. But unfortunately, that's kind of a bad thing in this case, because the weight of this backpack just forces it, it's always going to be leaning back. So it's kind of hard. If you want to have it actually straight, it just doesn't stay straight. It's just going to continuously lean back. if you give it a few seconds. So that's kind of, yeah, meh. Anyway, some nice detail there around the chest though. Overall, the kit does have a lot of really nice detail on it, so when it's all painted, it's going to look really nice. Here in the shoulder, this shoulder joint does swing forward a tiny bit, but it is a very tiny bit. Moving up is the shoulder armor itself doesn't really move up. We just have the arm. You can see we'll just move up inside the shoulder there. Rotation and a joint here at the elbow. Nice double joint. We'll give you a full bend there at the elbow, so that's nice. Seam line here, of course, for the forearm. Seam line for the shoulder armor, all to be expected. Wrist is just on a ball joint. The side skirts here, if I move the arm out of the way, side skirts are just there, very plain, and those can move up and down a little bit, but here we just have the extra ammo. You can see this is hollow on the inside, but it's just like one gray, dark black piece, and then the two yellow pieces you stick on there. And that just sticks onto the side skirt there for your extra ammo. This front subarm unit can also be taken off if you don't want to use that. You can just have this just the regular front crotch piece like that, which is already extruding out very far just as it is. And then when we add the subarm unit to that, it sticks out even farther. So let me put this back on here. Right, so the articulation of this, it can rotate here, and then this our actual arm part folds out like that, and then we do have three little tiny little baby fingers on here, which you can then use to hold your weapons or whatever you might want to hold in there. So you can use that. Let's see, we can take our beam saber handle, which is here up on the backpack. You can hold the beam saber handle there in the hand pretty easily, and then you could use that. We do also have, of course, a beam saber effect part here, just one. And it just has just one beam saber anyway, so that's okay. Always just been kind of a one beam saber kind of guy myself anyway, so that works really well like that. I think you could also probably hold the rifle in that hand as well, but I'll maybe try that out here in a bit. The legs are just attached via ball joints there, so those are going to be a little bit limiting. You can only rotate the legs here and there, but I think in this case it's enough, plenty. They can only go out to there, but again, in this case, I think that's probably a plenty wide spread for the legs. The legs are going to be quite heavy, so I don't know. They seem like they're staying there and not falling down for now, so that's pretty good, I think, actually. Pretty surprised by that. Nice bend here at the leg, but just with so much bulk on the legs, you're not really going to get to too much of a bend, but it's more than 90 degrees, so that's pretty good. Obviously, huge bulk there on the front of the leg, sticker there for the green part on the front, and then nice big yellow fins there in the back. So in terms of the color separation, it's actually pretty nice. And then here at the ankle, you have just this ankle joint bending side to side. Forward, you get a really nice flip-flop action there in the heel. So forward is going to be no problem at all. Back is to about there. You can also remove these parts on the feet. If you don't like these like high heels and you like just the normal feet, you can remove these parts and just have them just normal if you want. I actually kind of, as much as I love the Hazel and I love kind of pretty much everything Advanced Zeta, these big shoes are not really that appealing to me. And I love high heels too, but these just look kind of silly added on there. Just going back to the backpack here, the whole backpack unit can be rotated forward and back like that. The shields, you can put them on, I think, left or right, either way. I think this is just kind of how it's shown to be with the booster shield and the enhanced booster shield there. So I have some stickers on there, but again, you can see like it's sort of like peeling up on the edge. I actually had to cut this sticker because it didn't actually fit on there right. And then here on the back skirt as well, like those stickers, you can see like they have to fold over the edges and just don't really look very good, unfortunately. So in terms of the other accessories we get with this kit, you saw the beam saber. It does also have a couple different hand options. On the kit, we just have regular holding hands. We have a open hand, which you can use for the other side. We only have 3 hand covers though, so if you want to use this hand, you need to switch that hand cover. Then we have a trigger finger hand, or sorry, a beam saber holding hand. And then we have the trigger finger hand, which is on the rifle. So we do have actually 5 hands and only 3 hand covers. So we do have 2 more hand covers that you could use, but they're molded in white, so they wouldn't match. You'd have to paint those, but you could use those, I guess, if you want. It's easy enough just to switch them off, though. They're all the same, exact same fit, so like left and right, they'll fit fine. So here's our rifle. The front part, front handle just moves. This one as well, there's no sticker actually provided for this camera, but I just cut a sticker out just by myself from the leftover part on the foil, and then that just plugs into the hand. With Without this being actually handheld, there's nowhere to actually plug this onto the kit, unfortunately, so there's that. And then we have the shield. Again, you can see this also kind of is also starting to peel up over curved surfaces. These stickers just don't do that well. And this like also is shown to be, let me see. You can see in the manual, it's shown to be like that, or like it's actually kind of going over the edge. And I tried to recreate that as best I could, but I actually had to cut the sticker. The sticker is full, and it like finishes off the R there, but I had to cut it a bit to make it actually look exactly like that, as close as I could. But anyway, this fits onto the arm not very well, unfortunately. We have this connection piece where you can put the shield either onto the back of the arm or the side of the arm. It's very loose in here, so it just pops out super easy, unfortunately. But if we just get this onto the arm here, as long as you don't touch it, it'll stay on there fine. You can also put these, the shield boosters onto the arm as well. Unfortunately, we only have one shield connector, so you'd have to get one of the other kits. And I know like between the kits, there's a lot of like interchangeability between different parts that you can use. So you could get another shield connector, and then you could like actually put the booster shields onto the arms, and that's kind of like a whole other thing that you can do with the kits. There's a whole bunch of different configurations and things that you can do with these. You can check that out online, but you can use one of these booster shields on the arm, but you'd have to not use this one. So that's pretty much it. So basically, as you can see, despite it being a super cool and unique design, it's a very standard high-grade kit. I mean, it has the same kind of pros and cons that you would expect from a high-grade kit of 2005. Some parts don't really fit as nice as we'd like. The articulation is actually, for the most part, actually pretty good on this kit, I have to admit. But yeah, there's just a lot of seam lines and things like that, some missing color apps, and especially these Advanced Zeta designs have a lot of like really small color apps, so it's going to be pretty much impossible for them to make it have all the color apps that it should in a high grade form. Either that or the sticker sheet is going to be actually gigantic, and no one wants that either. The solution, of course, would be a master grade, but that's also unfortunately probably never going to happen. And so to be honest, I really don't have any really big complaints about this kit. It's exactly what I really would have expected. Like I said, it's just seam lines are pretty much going to be kind of the most annoying thing about this. There's going to be a lot of detail painting, but that, again, is just to be expected from an Advanced Zeta high-grade kit. And so there's not really anything too surprising about it. Again, stickers are disappointing. Gonna have to get some water size for it. Overall, though, I think it is pretty nice. I'm really not too into like the really super dynamic posing for these kits, because I think like the Advanced Zeta just designs are just such like really interesting and intricate designs to look at, just like with the mobile suits just standing in like a static pose. So although it's able to do some dynamic posing relatively well, I'm finding I think it's fine just standing. To be honest, that's just my personal opinion for the aesthetic of them. One thing that I will say though is a little bit annoying is just trying to do the review now is just that it doesn't have an actual like peg hole up underneath the skirt to plug this onto an action base, so you have to use that kind of like fork style action base, which I really find annoying, and I really just don't like to use because it just doesn't really work as well as just the regular peg. So of course the easy solution is just to drill a hole for a peg. That'd be the easiest thing, but again, like in my case, I probably won't even bother doing that because I'm just gonna have it just standing. But that is what I would recommend you guys do if you are wanting to have this up on an action base. So that's just about going to do it for this review, guys. It's a cool kit. Definitely check it out if you're an Advanced Zeta fan. But I assume probably a lot of you guys who are Advanced Zeta fans have probably already checked out this kit or one of the other Hazel variants or one of the other Advanced Zeta kits. There aren't too many of them, but who knows? Hopefully, maybe someday in the future we may see Bandai get the rights to be able to make a few more kits from the series. Would be cool. There's some really cool new designs from the reboot as well. But we'll just have to see. In the meantime, some third-party companies are kind of stepping up and trying out a few. We had that Master Grade Hazel come out, what would that have been, 1 or 2 years ago now, and then the Master Grade-esque 1/100 scale Wound War is actually going to be coming out very soon as well. So looking forward to those, you know, but still would be nice to see Bandai come back to the series someday. Anyway, thank you guys as always for watching. If you do have any other questions, comments, you can leave those down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.